Hey guys, welcome back to the third and final part of this robot design beginner's presentation, in which I will be explaining to you guys all that there is needing to know about First LEGO League and its robot game. If you haven't watched the first two videos and first two parts, my bad, I would really recommend that you guys do go watch those two parts before watching the final part so you guys can understand it the best. Also, we would really appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us keep going. So, previously we have covered mainly all the pieces, for example, pegs, beams, and axles. However, today we are going to be talking to you guys about sensors and also everything that you need to know about the tournament and how that's going to work. First, let's talk about sensors. Sensors are very important to our team, and there are actually many different types of sensors. However, today we are going to be covering the two most important ones in our opinion, and especially the ones that really helped us be successful this year. The first sensor I would like to talk to you guys about is the gyro sensor. Imagine that you are on a merry-go-round with your eyes closed, and you start spinning on it. Even with your eyes closed, you will still be able to tell which way you are and which direction you are spinning because there is an ear, because your ear can somehow sense it. Just like that, that's how a gyro sensor works. They can feel the changes of direction in the robot, which can be used to have better control for the robot. Gyro sensors make your robot turn and go straight way more accurately. If the gyro sensor senses that the robot is supposed to be going straight even though it is turning, the gyro sensor will correct the robot, which is why it's very helpful and significant to have the gyro sensor on at times. However, it is also really important that you guys understand how to get the coding aspect to work for your gyro sensor as well. That's how you'll be able to use the gyro sensor on your robot. And it will sometimes, the gyro sensor will not work. And here are some reasons in which I hope will help you guys understand why the gyro sensor may not work in your case. You can pause the video and look at all of these reasons to see if this might be one of the reasons if you do not have the gyro sensor working right now. It takes time to get used to, but once you understand everything about gyro sensors, you won't be able to turn back away from it. Next, I would like to talk to you guys about light sensors. This year, our team used 3 light sensors on our robot, so I can guarantee you guys that the light sensor is very important. Did you know us humans, we have 2 light sensors in our body? Yes. You can think of our eyes as light sensors. Well, how do our eyes work though? Basically, light from the sun, flashlight, or any light source flashes down on an object, which will reflect light, which our eyes will then capture and try to understand what is going on. Just like that, that's how a light sensor works. If you look at the light sensor, you can see that there are 2 circles. The larger one will be the light source. However, the bottom one is going to be the kind of like the eyes, in which will capture the objects. I also want to add that brighter and more light objects will reflect more light and will be easier to capture for the light sensor rather than dark objects that don't reflect as much light. You can incorporate the light sensor into many places on the first LEGO League mat. We will go to depth with the mat later in this video, but I just want to say that the light sensor can go all around these lines with the code that you have given it. We would really recommend that you guys check our coding videos to see how you can make your light sensor work on the robot and outside of the robot as well. So now I know that I've talked to you guys about so many different pieces. And you guys are probably wondering, oh no, where do I buy all of these pieces? Where do I get everything and how do I get access to it? Is everything expensive or not? So first, I want to talk to you guys about getting the starter pack. If you have no parts at all and are starting from scratch, you can buy a full kit from the Lego website or Amazon. At some times, you can go to the Amazon website and you will be eligible for discounts. Also, for Lego as well, you can get discounts as well. However, once you get the big starting pack from Amazon or Lego, you will also need to get all the other extra pieces because I'm pretty sure, as at least in our experience, that the Lego box doesn't come with nearly enough pieces for you to build a huge robot and the attachments to come with it. Which is why we recommend that you guys use third-party websites. For example, there are two really big websites that we recommend for buying small pieces, such as maybe just 5 black pegs or maybe 20 beams. Bricklink and Brick Owl. We actually have a video right now in which we will be explaining to you guys on how to buy the pieces from Bricklink so you guys can understand it more.
So now let's look on how to quickly buy your parts. You can buy your parts from many websites, but Bricklink, the one I'm on currently, is the most efficient, effective, and cost-worthy website to buy them from. So Bricklink is a very safe website. I believe we've been buying parts since 2016 from here, and it has not let us down. And so yeah, and to buy parts from Bricklink, the first thing you'll need is a Bricklink account. So basically, when you go to the website, let me just log out real quick. When you go to the website, you're just gonna need to log in, and you just need to create a login or create an account. So after you do that, it will take you to the same page, but it'll say that you are logged in. So let me just log in real quick, and then I'll go back. Before I resume the video, I would just like to tell you that there is a longer version of this video that has a lot more information. It's a lot more detailed, and it has a lot more it's a lot more ways that you can save your money efficiently and effectively, and it shows you how to navigate around this site. So if you want to go check it out, it'll be up right now on the top right. Just go click on it. And anyways, enjoy the video. Now that I'm back, you may be asking, how do I find a part? And it's actually quite simple. There are two ways you can search for a part. You can look for a part number, or you can use keywords that describe the part, or you can use the part name. Keywords are harder to use because the keywords are probably different than keywords you would use. So I'm just gonna talk about part numbers. So you can search for part numbers on your Google homepage. I'm not gonna do that because, well, this video can get copyright striked by people that have these images copyrighted, and I really don't want this video to get copyright striked, so I'm not going to show these videos, but you can search up EV3 part list with part number, and it'll pull up, and if you go to images, it'll pull up a bunch of images with parts and their part numbers. So that's one way to look at it. So let's suppose we want some black pins. What we can quickly do is we can look for the part number. Now, I'm not going to look for the part number because I have it memorized with lots of experience of FLL and like 20 purchases of this part. So I know that the part automatically is 2780, I believe. So if we search up part number 2780, it is this black 2 pin that we want. Now, if you're trying to look for other parts that are similar to this, you want to put the word Technic and the word pin, and then probably the length of the pin also after it. And you can do that for other things. You can just learn how to, you'll get a feel around the more you buy from this website, how to input keywords in anyway. So if we actually are to go back here, it says that there are 8 million parts in stock. So we have plenty of this part going around. So now it takes us to this home page. What we can do is we can put Technic pin with friction ridges lengthwise staggered or with or without center slots. And this is the part that we want. So basically, now we're just going to go down and we have to go for lots to sale. And we just want the thing with the most, the color that has the most pieces, meaning we'll probably get the best price. So now what we can do is we can sort by lowest price, and to save money, I would put more options and seller location USA, so that way things get to you faster and they cost less money for international shipping fees. So now if we put seller location from the USA, since I'm in the USA, and we can put those things in and we search, and now this is the this is where we usually buy our parts from. Usually AB Parts Store and Turtle Bricks. They have a lot of good parts. These places also have that, but they have this minimum buy, which means you have to buy a minimum of $5 in order to buy from that place. So those are like the manufacturing places. So basically, here we can look for our parts, and then we can hit view. We can view the part that we want, and now what we can do is, let's suppose we want 20 of these parts. So we just add 20. We know that they have 114. We know that there is a, I believe there's a 70% off discount, I believe. So we can add this item to our cart. So now we added 20 of these parts to our cart. And now if we go to our cart, we see that we have one thing in our cart, and that's domestic. AB Parts Store, lots, items, 20, source, subtotal, and this is our cart. And then what you can do is, if you view cart, what we can do is we can go to proceed to checkout, and I'm not sure, I think you can use PayPal to pay, or credit card also to pay, and you proceed to checkout. You put in all your information. This website, I must add again, is very secure and it is safe to use. So don't worry about having anything bad happen to your important information. So if we proceed to checkout, then we can buy the parts, and usually parts come within 5 days shipping time. However, they may take longer depending on the quantity and the location. Like I said, if you're buying from international, it might take a little bit longer, and there will be international shipping fees. And you see, this only cost us 6 cents to buy 20 of these parts. So yeah, that's basically how to buy your parts efficiently and effectively.
So now, after getting all the pieces, it will be now time to build a robot. Everything that you have learned are things that you can put into your robot and attachments. You can use whatever you want on your robot. However, there are a lot of ways in which you can improve it and maximize your score. First things first, in order to build a robot, you need to have a brick. The brick is kind of like the brain of the robot. Rather than that, you can pretty much use as many pieces as you want to satisfy the need and what you guys are aiming for in the league. However, also, I just want to say that here are some very good resources in which you guys can learn about robot building, coding, my bad. So first things first, for FLL Cast is very helpful. It is one of the best websites by far to learn about robot building. It has a lot of exercises and a lot of templates in which you can use to build your robot. Builder 35 and EV3 lessons are coding websites, as well as YouTube channels in which you guys can learn about coding as well. Lastly, it is very important that your robot is sturdy, strong, and balanced. Those are the 3 key things to have on your robot to make sure that it will work and will last for a long time. So after you build your robot, you guys are going to start coding for missions. So I'm going to try to explain to you guys how the tournament is going to work. The competition is going to be where you are going to test your robot out. The robot is supposed to complete missions as seen as this picture here. These missions are to be completed by your robot, in which you will be coding before you come to the tournament. It took us nearly 6 to 8 months to code before our first tournament. And honestly, it takes a lot of hard work. But if you guys want to be very successful in this first LEGO League challenge, you will have to put in the hard work. Coding is also very important. And like I said, you guys can look at our YouTube channel, and we'll also have a coding course for you guys to take and watch so you guys can also understand coding. Coding is just as important. In the tournament, you guys will have 3 chances for your robot to run in a 2 minute and 30 second time limit. That way your robot can complete as many missions as possible. Then based on how many missions you guys complete, you guys will be tallied up by points, and that's going to be the way they rank up all the teams from first to last. So now the next session is going to be about coding. It is a beginner's class. Coding is just as important as robot design, and we strongly recommend again and again, and I'm going to tell you guys this, that you guys go to that session. So just so that we don't waste any time, I really would think that you guys should download the EV3 coding software right now, so that way we can chop up everything. So first, here are the steps to going to download Mindstorms, the coding software in which you guys are probably going to be using to code. First, go to the link as shown here. So when you go to that link, it's going to show you this page right here. Click on Downloads on the top right. Finally, you can press either download for Windows or download for OS X based on whether you are on a Windows computer or a MacBook. So when you download, you're going to see that there are 2 editions, Home Edition and Teacher Edition. Home Edition is a lot more kid-friendly and also has tutorials for building and coding. The Teacher Edition, however, has way more assets and has way more steps on how you guys can begin your journey as a first LEGO League coder and builder. The Home Edition version is good if you want to learn and get familiar with the EV3 coding, and is mainly meant for beginners. After a little bit of understanding, I recommend that you guys do go over to the teacher version, as First LEGO League is a competitive league and not really just for fun. So this ends our presentation, and I'm really proud of every one of you that stuck to the end to understand everything about First LEGO League and its robot game. I really hope that you guys do join First LEGO League, as it is a great program in which I have actually learned a lot from. I want to say again that we would really appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe to our channel so we can have more videos out for you guys. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments and we will get back to you as soon as possible. And from that, we will see you guys in another video.